What's going on? BattleRap.com, World Domination 5. I'm out here in Toronto with the boys. Catch Menace. What's good, kid?
How are you, man? I'm doing very, very, very well.
This was like a weird weekend for you. You had like, I'm sure, ups and downs, and like you found out shit during the week.
It was a roller coaster.
Yeah, but you know what? You're holding it together though.
Oh, thank you. So since I got I found out that obviously that like the battle was most likely slash 99% not happening about a week ago, and so I stopped writing at that point. And then 2 days ago at the press conference, I had heard about the idea and whatnot, what we were going to do, and
whose idea was it? Who'd you hear about it from? Like who the fuck came up with that?
As far as I know, Willie Be Faithful, the dude, he's the homie from Vancouver who helps run the events out there. He was talking to Disaster, and they were talking about the situation between me and Eurgh. Disaster obviously hating Eurgh, had some things to say about it and whatnot. And when it all came out, Willie said, "Well, why don't you dress up as Eurgh? You're able to do this like impression and stuff." He was doing the impression.
So the dude Willie, it was.
So Willie, it was Willie's idea in like this room full of homies that are all kind of just like coming up with ideas and laughing and shit like that, right? So then they hit me up about it, said, "You want to do it?" I said, "Fuck yeah!" So I wrote for pretty much 48 hours, put all my shit together last minute, rewrote some like new stuff that kind of played well to the situation and stuff, and yeah, it turned out great.
What was like some of the new stuff that you wrote? Like what like type of stuff were you like? What type of stuff did you take out? Like what type of stuff did you think would be more appropriate for like battling a fake dude? You know what I mean? No one's.
My biggest concern leading up to it was that some of the more aggressive stuff that I wanted to say would come off as like corny, saying it to like this super tongue-in-cheek thing that's happening in front of me right now. But at the end of the day, I thought that you're saying what you got to say. People are still taking it in as a battle, and they understand that I'm just trying to get my material off that I had written. So you can very much tell the difference between the material I had prepared as well as the based on the new circumstances. But like the stuff about bootlegging his events, sitting at home wishing Diz would take the spit back like the kid from Big Daddy, and what I mean, the security blanket stuff and everything, and the whole pretty much most of the spit stuff and everything, which is like, to be honest, some of my more favorite material at the end of the day. So it's funny how it worked out, you know what I mean? When you're writing with that fire in your belly, when you're pissed off, it's funny how different the scenario is. It's so much less of a mathematical equation as much as it just like pours out of you in this way, because you've as a battler you get trained to do this after a while, and it just brings it out in you.
Just getting pissed off, fired up. It seemed like even when you're like, you look at your Facebook, you look at like the shit you were saying, as soon as you thought like as soon as it was canceled, you're like you had some strong language, you know what I mean? You had some strong stuff to say.
Yeah, straight up. No, and absolutely. And to be honest, I don't care if he's a league owner, any of that kind of shit or whatever. As a battler, and I'm a King of the Dot staff member. I run events. I'm the longest running King of the Dot staff member behind Organic and Avi and all the like founders and whatnot. I've been doing this for the better part of a decade now, man. So it's like I understand the position and the differences that are in. I understand probably better than anybody. But as a battler, fuck him. As a league owner and everything, there's a lot of things that I respect about Don't Flop. I have no idea where certain ideas come from in terms of how their staff does their thing. But like I'm a fan of Don't Flop. I watch Don't Flop. Has nothing to do with Don't Flop in any way whatsoever. Liam has always been really good dude to me. I don't know Bam very well, but like I have met him on several occasions. Super good dude. Kruger, obviously coming out since like World Dom 1 and shit. Huge fan of his as well. All those guys are amazing. Don't Flop is a brand. What they do, I'm an absolute 100% fan of it. As a battler and as a human being, I used to give him the benefit of the doubt. Like I'm outside of battle rap. Like I'm in business. I understand when you have to make hard decisions and people can talk shit and feel, emotional about things and whatever, and they can start running their mouths. And so like I get it. I get when you can get a bad reputation when you have to be that dude who's giving people bad news. You know what I'm saying? So I always gave her the benefit of the doubt. He's never treated me improperly in any way before this. But then just seeing the way that he handled this, like if he was a league owner, if you were a league owner running an event, like I know you helped with that Philly event, right? Like set up battles for that. So if you had somebody that you had complete contact with, setting up a battle, everything's okay. Even if there is a hiccup, which is, whatever.
It can happen.
And a fixable situation, and somebody just decides to stop messaging you when people are constantly trying to get back to you, like you haven't fully 100% confirmed. Can you send me a 1-sentence long response just saying yes so we can announce this to the people and whatnot? You're being so ambiguous about this. You've never promoted it from day one. Like be a professional person right now. Be in communication. Communication is the number one thing that any business person in any successful professional scenario will tell you is the key to any whatever scenario. So him not expressing that or whatever, playing the game is disappointing.
But in any case, so you obviously have a couple strong feelings about that, you know what I mean, which you got to get out there in the public. But let's talk about the actual battle that happened, you know what I mean, because I mean it was an awesome battle. Like from everyone I've talked to, or as a consensus, one of the top couple battles of the weekend. You know what I mean?
Really?
Super entertaining.
I haven't talked to a lot of people, so has that been the consensus?
Yeah, it seems like people were super entertained from every point of view. You know what I mean? An unorthodox type of entertaining battle. You know what I mean? But it was cool to see you actually get your bars off. It was cool. I mean, you fucking battled Disaster.
Yeah, and you know what? It's really cool to have battled Disaster now. I mean, I've been a fan of Disaster for a long time. You can't take away what he's done for battling over the years. So it's awesome for me to be able to step in the ring with him, even to a very, very strange capacity that it was. But
you could get.
And it was really fun. And to be honest, it was great. Like I've never felt like that leading up to a battle before, because generally I'm fairly nervous. And I've seen you talk about it in interviews as well. Yeah. It's the worst feeling in the world, the 10 minutes leading up to a battle.
Of course.
And then it's the best feeling in the world when it's over. But leading up to this, as soon as I stepped into the ring, everyone was just like laughing at Eurgh.
It's like cool. It's just like cool.
My shit. It was just like, oh, this is a roast, man.
There's no pressure to win. There's no pressure to beat the person. It's not.
It was going to be 3 rounds of Eurgh, 3 rounds of sketch, and then all of a sudden it was 6 rounds against Eurgh.
Yeah, it was 6
against Eurgh, and it was amazing that there was an actual person to direct that towards. I loved how the crowd actually adopted that as the person that we were directing that towards. Because even as he was doing it, and Disaster did such a fucking good job, man. Even as he was doing it, like, I was into what I was saying. I'm sure you could tell.
You were still delivering your shit like it was Eurgh.
You dog, you know what I mean? Like, it was. I believed so much that it was him, but like, even how he came up with that stuff about, oh, so what, you run a division in Calgary, so you can't diss me? What do you know about running a division in Mississippi or something? So like, I'm sure on the footage you're gonna see how fucking excited I was.
How about even how he conducted himself between while you were rapping and stuff like that, staying in character?
No, bruv, no.
And I think that's really gonna give the battle like a lot of replay value and shit like that. People are just gonna want to see it and hear about the beef, whatever you want to call it. Like, it's an interesting storyline.
Yeah, and exactly, and it'll be interesting to see where it goes from here. I'd love to hear Eurgh's input on the situation if he ever wanted to give an actual concise, you know what I mean? Just no, and I read the statement that he gave BattleRap.com, but still, it was, I mean, that didn't really explain a whole lot, man. You just like pretty much sat down in a chair, said a few words in terms of how you felt towards the situation, not anything in terms of the details relating around it, like how you sit on it now or where we're going to go further. As far as I can tell, he's just kind of sitting at home reading Twitter and kind of choosing not to respond. But no, but it'll be interesting to see where the beef goes from here, or I mean, quote unquote beef or whatever.
Would you battle him? Would you battle Eurgh in earnest? Or is that shit pitch?
I probably would. Not soon. I don't think. Like, I would probably do it a year from now or anything like that. You know what I mean? Because there was a lot of stuff that I cut that I got ready and I could move around, and changing the scenario in terms of the background and whatever opens up a whole new
line of writing.
Exactly. Like, if I were to battle a guy like you know what I mean, Anecdote again, some random guy that I bat, it's just like, no.
What the hell are you gonna say?
You get through your name flips and the history and whatever shit, and it's just like it's over, right? So I would definitely want to do it again, or I would definitely take a battle against another like Bamalam or a Don't Flop staff member or something that would want to try and
enrich the storyline.
Yeah, I believe in the storyline. I believe in that, and they deserve to get their words out. And if Bam wants to come down to Toronto and stuff and get something popping, then I'm in with that. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Or so, yeah, you know what I mean? And I don't know how respected I'd be in England after this and whatnot.
Fuck it, play the heel.
Yeah, straight up, and I'll be the heel. It's fun to be a part of the controversy for an event for a long time. I know, like, I'm kind of known as that dude who just kind of blends in.
It's a blast. Crowd reaction is fucking crowd reaction at the end of the day.
Yeah, no.
If someone boos you for a line you said instead of booing you for, like, something whack that you said, like, it's like they're like, oh, we don't like you. It's like, all right, well, then you're doing a good job of playing the villain.
And absolutely, and I'd be happy to go out to England and do that. I have no idea how interested they are in doing business with me at this particular point, but, I mean, again, I've done everything that I was contractually obligated to do. I'm here giving statements and speaking on the scenario, letting the fans know.
Transparency.
Yeah, transparency, absolute transparency. You know what I mean? And the screenshots haven't made it out yet. I know that there's been some talk about the screenshots being dropped. I'm not going to be the person to do that, obviously. But yeah, there was I have seen them. Yeah, absolutely. I've seen them. I was given to them as soon as we found out that the battle wasn't happening. I was able to see them, and there was conversations, yes, that happened between Eurgh and a King of the Dot staff member. Things did get, I mean, quote unquote,
heated. Mystic conspiracy.
Well, yeah, like things did get quote unquote heated to an extent, I guess. Like, I mean, where like a couple of names that weren't even. It's just like the most fixable, ridiculous situation in the world.
Interview bomb.
Every time.
Hit him with the heavy bomb, bro.
Niggas is
wow, man, Hobby came in strong, man.
We in Canada. I crash all interviews. That's my new shit.
Why couldn't y'all crash the downstairs and fix that bass before?
Who get interviewed, B? What happened?
Why couldn't y'all fix that bass before? Crash it downstairs and fix that bass, man.
They didn't want to pay that 5 racks up. They were talking shit. If they would,
But you heard about the 5 racks. If they had probably started at a rack.
I mean, listen, you gonna offer it to them, offer it to me. I pour water all on the system, nigga. That shit would have shut off, nigga. You heard? Word.
Bro, that's savage. That's the team, homie, just coming in.
We out.
Just coming in and making their presence felt, and that's a fucking interview bomb. And this,
Chris loves that.
yeah, right. And this is Sketch Menace, man. And this is BattleRap.com, man.
Is that where we what were we talking? I can't remember where we were. That was such a. Does it matter?
We already did a good ass fucking job, man. We illuminated, man. We fucking illuminated shit, man.
All love to don't flop. Fuck money gang.
Yeah, bitch. Let's go.